week in and week out, the prophesy the downfall of this sinful kingdom called America, also known as Babylon in the scriptures. And first and foremost, before we get started, we want to give all praises to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son in their proper true names in the Hebrew tongue. Ka,
Ka,
Halayim,
Halayim,
La,
La,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Bahashim,
Bahashim,
Yahweh Shai,
Yahushua,
Bahashim,
Bahashim,
Ha,
Ha,
Rakah,
Rakah,
Quadash,
Qudash,
Ma'amah.
Mama,
Also want to give a double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Also to our elders as well in the Lions Den of Yasharala Camp, Harold 1. Salutations to all the Akim the four corners of the earth, pushing the truth succeeded. Today we have a lesson, Lord willing, to edify to the hopefully elect out there. And with that being said, we're going to go ahead and jump straight into it.
All right. Everything good?
Okay.
All right. So the title of the lesson is The Beauty of This Walk. Now, with all the current events currently going on, with stuff happening in South Korea, with things happening within the BRICS, with Trump winning the elections, so much things that's going on within America itself, sometimes it's so hard to get distracted from the beauty within. You know, sometimes people look at the book. Some people will judge a book by its cover, but sometimes when you open up that book and you see how beautiful that book is, word for word, bar for bar, as people like to call it, then you start to understand that not only is this walk so beautiful to the point where you see nothing but a vast garden of fruits and sweet things, right? And you still got that precept?
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 52, in verse 4. It says, "For thus said the Lord Yahweh, my people went down aforetime into Egypt to sojourn there, and the Assyrian oppressed them without cause. Now therefore, what have I here, said the Lord, that my people is taken away for naught? They that rule over them make them to howl, said the Lord, and my name continually every day is blasphemed."
Time, man. So and that's what it is spiritually today, and that's what Esau did. They got within our communities and got within the Israelites themselves, and they blasphemed the name of the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai and blasphemed His ways and turned away from Him. Right? They hardened their hearts as an adamant stone to where they can't even receive the instruction of the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Now they're continuously wanting something that's not theirs. They're continuously wanting a help that's not of their own help. They want the help from these instead of getting the help from the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the Israelites of the Holy Bible. God's true name is Yahweh. His son's name is Yahushua, according to the scripture.
Verse 6, "Therefore my people shall know my name, therefore they shall know in that day that I am he that doeth speak, behold, it is I."
God, and we're gonna know that it's Him that speak and Him that doeth. Because without the Lord's words, man, we would be lost. Without the Lord's words, this stuff wouldn't even be here. We wouldn't even have the walk. We wouldn't even have the way. We wouldn't know. We wouldn't have the knowledge of knowing.
Verse 7,
Real quick. Okay.
verse 7, "How beautiful upon the mountains are the feet of him that bringeth good tidings, that publisheth peace, that bringeth good tidings of good, that publisheth salvation, that saith to Zion, thy power reigneth."
Con, man. So and that's what we do. We publish throughout the four corners of the earth of peace and great tidings and beauty. Upon we lifting up our voice as a trumpet, having that banner, holding fast, standing 10 toes, and publishing the peace. This is peace, because everything outside of this is not peace. Everything outside of this is ugly. This is true beauty.
Verse 8, it's
You got a precept?
Yeah, you got Romans 10. All right. This is Romans 10 and 16. It says, "But they have not all obeyed the gospel, for Isaiah said, Lord, who hath believed our report? So then faith cometh by hearing, and hearing by the word of Yahweh." Right, so that's why we're out here. It says, "But how beautiful are the feet of them," meaning the path of them that bring good tidings and preach the gospel of peace. Right? So everybody had a chance to obtain unto the mercy of Yahweh by Shem Yahushua, but those that would choose not to hear are going to have to feel His wrath. It says, so then faith cometh by hearing, and hearing by the word of Yahweh. But I say, Have they not heard? Yea, verily, their sound went into all the earth, and their words unto the ends of the world. All right. So, but did I say? But I say, did not slack him. But I say, did not Israel know? Right. That's the question. Did not Israel know? Because what did Yahweh Shai said? He said, had I not spoken, they had not sinned. Right. So we had to give the people the understanding of where their transgressions are and how to get back on the righteous path to get to Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai.
And that's one thing that a physician does too, because a physician not only diagnoses, but he knows exactly how to treat it. That's the same way, just the same thing that we do in the four corners of the earth and wherever we go to preach this word. We tell our people their sickness, and then we give them the right way back. We give them the ointment, we give them the oil, to where they can be healed, and it'll last them for a lifetime and forever and ever.
Hey, also too, hey, that's why, hey, Isaiah 58:1, cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show thy people thy transgressions, man. The house of Jacob, their sins. So with that being said, you see something, say something, man. If you see something being done wrong or somebody doing wrong, hey, correct them. You know, help them out, inform them, enlighten them with what's going on, man. Turn back to the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Keep his law, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability, man. You know, these are the things that we have to do, man.
Right. Prime example, when you go to the doctor and he said you got high cholesterol and he tells you to change your diet, right? Gave you the diagnosis and gave you a way to cure it or heal it, right? Same thing with us. Hey, you're out here sinning. This is what you need to do. Follow the law, statutes, and the commandments of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai to the best of your ability and walk the righteous path of faith. All right.
You got it.
Yeah, okay. This is Sirach chapter 38, verse 1. It's going off what the brother Ricard was talking about the physician. This is talking about an actual physician, but we're going to use it in a spiritual sense. All right, it says, honor a physician with the honor due unto him for the uses which you may have of him. For the Lord created him. For the Most High cometh healing, and he shall receive honor of the king. Right, and we're going to receive that honor of the king through Yahweh Shai when he puts the crown on our head. Because what does the scripture say? And the whole head was sick with pressure, few, and sores. And now we come, the healing, the ways of healing was given unto the men of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai to go out here on these highways and byways and testify and give the testimony of Yahweh Shai, who was sent to heal and deliver.
Back in the book of Isaiah, chapter 52 and verse 8, it says, thy watchmen shall lift up the voice, with the voice together shall they sing, for they shall see eye to eye when the Lord shall bring again Zion. Break forth into joy, sing together, ye waste places of Jerusalem, for the Lord hath comforted his people, he hath redeemed Jerusalem.
Man, that's the beauty about it. Because throughout all generation and generation, the Lord had kept the grape of the cluster to himself. And he said, hey, to this grape, this cluster of grapes, man, I'm going to give you an inheritance. Because you followed my words and my walk, and you obeyed my commandments to the best of your ability, I will give this to you. I'm gonna make it says what? I'm gonna multiply you. I'm gonna make you a fruitful vine. And that's the beauty, that's the beautiful part about it, because throughout all transgression through generation and generation, the Lord had his grape of the cluster that he left, and he's gonna look after them.
And if I may add on too, just like the topic, the title of the lesson may not hit it dead on, but hey, that's why this path is beautiful, man, because we understand what we're walking into, man. You know, so with that being said, 2/3 of our people, they don't understand that. So that's why they're constantly out here trying to find ways, trying to find answers. Black Lives Matter, you know what I'm saying, being ignorant of the fact of the matter of what they're in or what we're dealing with, man. You know, hey, and it says, hey, the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is our Redeemer, man. You know, once again, so you got 2/3 of our people going down to Egypt for help. Oh, constantly asking in Esau's mouth, but not asking the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man. That's why scripture say ye have not because ye ask not, man. So they don't acknowledge the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, they acknowledge the God of this world, which is Esau, man. Job 9:24.
Jude 1 and 5. I will therefore put you in remembrance, though ye once knew this, how that the Lord, having saved the people out of the land of Egypt, afterward destroyed them that believe not.
Man, so the Lord destroyed those that believe not. So through even then, man, the Lord even made that separation. because he reserved those that believe, and the ones that chose to continue to keep rebelling, he had to make an example out of them. Now, interjection, you said?
Con, I was basically going into the point, backing up the Quran as well. It says the watchman, Isaiah 52 and 8, it says, thy watchmen shall lift up the voice, with the voice together shall they sing, for they shall see eye to eye when the Lord shall bring again Zion. So, that's the beauty of this truth. We're going to physically see, our salvation, via the clouds. We're going to see basically the destruction of this place, the fall of our enemies, and we're going to be able to go through the tribulation that we go through on this side, and we're going to know that Yahweh Shem Yahshua is with us through whatever we go through. We're going to physically see. And right now we're singing that new song that's going to lead us into that salvation.
This is Isaiah chapter 30, start at verse 1. It says, woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with the covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin.
God, man, that's what they do. They add sin to sin, to where they can't even see the beautiful graces and the beautiful works of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. God. So because they continue to go down to Egypt for help, they keep going down to the devil for help and all the benefits, man, they're not going to see the Lord's benefits. They're not going to see the Lord's treasures. They're not going to see the investment that we made in order to see for our salvation.
Right. For example, going to the point that Aaron Carr made earlier, talking about going out, you have a sickness, you're going to go to a certain prescribed doctor to heal that, or physician to heal that sickness. If you have ailment in your heart, you're not going to go to a foot doctor to get a diagnosis or to get treatment, right? So now our people are not understanding their sickness. They won't go to the physician to get healed, because it's just like a person saying, hey, doctor saying, hey man, you're developing high blood pressure, which is going to lead to heart disease, which is ultimately going to lead to a heart attack. Hey, you need to change your diet. You need to eat this. And they're ignoring that and saying like, well, I'm going to go and continue in my lustful wants and continue to eat what I want to eat, because I'm going to have to leave. I'm going to have to get out of here, check out at some time anyway. You know what I'm saying? So that's ignoring the power of healing that's being sent to them by Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. So they rather go down for Egypt for help and continue in the things that's continuing to make them ill, instead of being cured through the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua.
30 years old trying to go to the pediatrician instead of seeing a real.
This is the Psalm chapter 119 and 105. It says, thy word is a lamp unto me, unto my feet, and a light unto my path. I have sworn I will perform it, that I will keep thy righteous judgments. I'm afflicted very much. Quicken me, O Lord, according unto thy word. So just going off the point that Brock made, that we're afflicted, but nonetheless, through the will of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, we're going to see the distress out of this place, and we'll do it through the spirit of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua.
Man, and also said that he'll make our he said he's gonna make this walk a lamp unto our feet. So then that's also great as well, because not only can we not be wavered, but we'll be able to walk through this place knowing exactly what to step through. If it's a pile of feces right here, or if it's a trap right here that was laid by Esau, or if it was a trap laid by Ammon, we're gonna be able to see that. And that's one of the beautiful things that the Lord has also blessed us with. Somebody got a precept down here? Come on, we're gonna run down this way.
This is Isaiah chapter 60 and verse 1. Arise, shine, for thy light is come, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon thee. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. But the Lord shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee.
Man, so his glory is gonna be able to seen upon us, but not only us, the people, the whole world is gonna be able to see the Lord's glory. Man, especially in the last days when the Lord comes back, man, with his great chariot, man, then these people are going to know that Allah Shah just came. So we're going to see the beauty of the Lord. It's just the same way if you see a warrior, right? Or let's just say you see somebody that's special forces. Through face value, through just looking at the book of the cover, he may look like a regular old Joe Schmo. But when he get busy, when he get to work, man, this guy's a full-on killer. It's the same way with the Lord. We're going to see the Lord as this calmly and as this calmly and delicate Savior, but we're gonna see. These other people is gonna see him as Khan. My bad. You got some more down here? What's up, sir?
This is Jeremiah 6:16 to back up what Bishop Knox was going into as far as the physician and the sickness of our people, man. All right. Jeremiah 6:16. Thus saith the Lord, stand ye in the ways and see, and ask for the old paths, where is the good way, and walk therein, and ye shall find rest for your souls. But they said, we will not walk therein. And that's the sickness of our people, man. Don't want to follow the old paths, man, to righteousness, right? Don't want to call on Yahweh Shai, right? They don't want to call on the proper true names. Don't want to listen to the doctrine, right? They continuously scoff at us, man. Right? That's going to lead them straight to destruction in that day, man.
It's scripture say there's a way that seems right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death, man. So what you feel like you walking into salvation is actually leading you to your demise, you know. So therefore, that's why you need a proper guide, which is the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, to direct you right within this wilderness, man. Because you never know what can pop out on you, all right, while you in this damn seven gated, man.
Right, other than that, they be walking blindly. Precept real quick. Y'all can speak on it. Revelations 3:18. I counsel thee to buy of me gold tried in the fire. All right. That thou mayest be rich. So his word has been tried in the fire 7 times, completely through his men. All right. And white raiment. So that's the goal for us to be rich in white raiment, meaning being anointed first and then being chosen and being exalted in the kingdom, being made righteous. All right. Having our sins wiped away. That thou mayest be clothed. All right. And not walking around naked, spiritually naked. And that the shame of thy nakedness do not appear, see? And anoint thy eyes with eye salve. That's the anointing y'all talking about. And that's what we can see clearly. Other than that, they're walking blindly.
Hey, God. That's why I say, blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear, man. Being able to see what? The prophecies that are coming to pass within these times, all right? As the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai told us to measure the times diligently within itself.
That's right. That's right. He says a beautiful walk in this truth. So having a beautiful walk, but being able to see everything clearly as you're walking. That's the beautiful part. All right. It says what? And anoint thine eyes with eye salve, that thou mayest see, man. So basically, get to the truth, and anoint yourself with the water, the word, with the spirit of Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. All right. Oh, last one. And as many as I love, I rebuke and chasten. Be zealous, therefore, and repent. Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If any man hear my voice and open the door, I will come into him, you say within the inner man, and will sup with him and he with me.
Fine, man. So it's the same way. You know what I'm saying? You follow after the beginning of it is fearing the Lord. Once you start to fear him, then he'll start to bless you. And like the elder was just saying, his words has been tried 10 times over. And once you continue to keep fearing him, he's going to continue to keep blessing you with wisdom, knowledge, and understanding.
Right.
And all of that is going to be added unto you more and more. You just got to keep praying for it. Then you start to understand that the Lord has this whole thing laid out for us even from the beginning.
Right. This last one too, please. 2 Corinthians 5:17. Therefore, if any man be in Yahweh Shai, he is a new creature. All things are passed away. Behold, all things are become new.
God, man. So everything has become new. So we put off the mortal man and we put on that immortal. And the immortal man worries not about what he don't needs to worry about.
Right.
Well, things like sin and things about the things of this world. We worry about things that's immortal. The things that the Lord has promised us from the beginning that has been tried 10 times over. And we look at things like the book of Daniel and what he did in the past, and we look at that and we know he's gonna do the same thing for us.
Becoming a new creature is having a whole new mindset. And what does that do? The old mindset that we had is what brought sickness upon us. So when we have become that new creature, that's when the healing process begins. So now you have something brand new that's being tried over and being made perfected, that came from something that was sickly dead. It was really dead. So you've been revived and brought back to life. And initially we haven't had the physical new bodies, but we have the mindset to be able to harbor those new physical bodies that we're going to get in the future.
And also, what it say? Put aside mortal thoughts.
Right.
mortal thoughts leads to death. That's what mortal means.
Right.
So we put this. Now we have thoughts of life, thoughts of the kingdom, thoughts of righteousness. You know,
If I may,
And there's no ending to those
there's
thoughts.
no ending to that. When you come to life. Yep.
and that's like 2/3 of our people, as it says, don't worry about what you should eat or what you should drink or what you should wear, man. Those are things that the Gentiles seek after. But hey, if you focus on the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, you're going to be focused on the kingdom, be kingdom minded, and knowing that all those things are going to be added unto you, man.
Not the new Balenciagas.
Hey, come on.
That wicked bullshit, right? Last one, the new creature. 2 Corinthians 4:16. For which cause we faint not, but though our outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day. So get renewed more and more, all the way to the kingdom.
The further we go down that road, the more vibrant and renewed that we become.
New revelation, new understanding. You
Think
know?
about it. When you buy a new car, the more you travel with that car, the more the value of it depreciates.
Yeah.
The more we travel, now when we get when we become a new individual, have a new mindset, the more miles we travel down that road to righteousness, the more vibrant we get, the more valuable we get. You don't lose value in that. But the more you travel down the road of wickedness, you try to lose value like a car, but that you're putting miles on it.
Last one, please. Last one, I promise, man. I'm sorry, yo. 1 Peter 2:2. As newborn babes, desire the sincere milk of the word, that ye may grow thereby, growing.
Right? Because you have to be nourished.
Newborn babe,
Like a newborn, and what does a newborn babe do? They cry after the milk.
new creature.
So you become new. So now you're starting to drink the milk. Now you get the proper nutrition.
New experiences, new growth, new tasting of it, which is experience.
Okay.
If so be ye have tasted that the Lord is gracious, so taste the grace of the Lord.
It ain't gonna be that artificial powdered milk that we get. It's gonna be real milk.
Right? That taste means to experience. It's true. So to experience the grace of the Lord, man, and you grow in that, and you become renewed day by day, becoming a newer creature.
Con, and it's a quote too. I'm gonna get the quote, but it's a beautiful quote, just talking about how it's the same thing with art. Once an artist, he paints so much, sometimes he could run out of ideas. But it also says that's when the beautiful miracle happens. It's when art becomes not art, shooting becomes shooting, and then the person have to relearn. You always relearn, it's always renewed, man. So you're always learning. You're always revitalizing yourself.
That walk, this walk is not just a walk, just walking around the world. This walk is a walk back to the Most High. Huh? Yeah, walking faith back to Him. Because we walk so far away from Him. Now we're walking to Him and away from our old selves. That's why we become new.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 25 and verse 1. And it says, in three things I was beautified and stood up beautiful both before Yahweh and man. The unity of brethren, the love of neighbors, and a man and a wife that agree together. So we are basically that man. That man is Yahweh Shai. We that wife that agree. We here on the highways and byways preaching, basically trying to reach those that was bidden to the marriage of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. And it says, verse 2, in three sorts of men my soul hated, and I am greatly offended at their life. A poor man that is proud, 2/3 of our people. They poor, they desolate on this side, but they still proud, as if they got it all right. It says, gone. A rich man that is a liar, Esau Edom. He's been the richest, he got everything that his heart can desire on this side. Let favor be showed to the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness. And it says, and the old adulterer that doeth it, our people twice. Because they still here worshiping their false gods. They still here praying to these false idols, man. They can't get it. What it says, ever learning could never make it to the truth, I believe. So right, they can't get it. They constantly in all these false philosophies, but they can never get to the light of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua.
You got one? Okay. Precepts, Tobias?
In 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 17. Therefore, if any man be in the Mashiach, he is a new creature. All things are passed away. Behold, all things are become new, and all things are of Yahweh, who have reconciled us to himself by Yahweh Shai Mashiach, and have given to us the ministry of reconciliation. And that's the path that the brothers are talking about, the ministry of reconciliation. We're following Yahweh Shai to be reconciled to Yahweh. And we have to walk the straight gate, narrow way to receive that renewing that the brothers are talking about. That's the path that the Lord has us on. He's purging iniquity, wickedness, the things of this world off of us. So when it's time to be reconciled to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, we'll be ready for that. Versus the 2/3 of our people, they're reconciling themselves into death. And they're gonna have to wake up to that judgment when the Lord starts when he starts judging this place for not partaking, getting the afflictions, taking that walk.
And that's also a good thing too, because not only are we in good graces, we in good favor with the Lord Yahweh again, but that also means the ones that's without. See, the ones that's without, and they're gonna see nothing but the uglies. But the ones that's within, man, is gonna see the beauty within it. The ones that was given to him. Somebody got that John 17:9?
I got you.
All right, come.
It's the book of John, chapter 17 and verse 9. It says, I pray for them, I pray not for the world.
Come on, man. So he prays for the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which are God's chosen people. His true name is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahweh Shai.
But for them which thou hast given me, for they are thine.
Come on.
So he's talking about the elect right there. He's not even talking about all of Israel.
Yeah.
So who he's praying for? He's praying for the elect of Israel, the ones that were given unto Yahweh Shai, to be able to turn back and walk that righteous path back to Yahweh.
It says, verse 10, and all mine are thine, and thine are mine, and I am glorified in them.
God. And he's glorified in us because we're doing the will of the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. We're the ones that's giving out the charity. We're publishing the word. We're keeping his words too, having that patience. We're also studying. We're showing ourselves approved. Keep going on that.
It says, verse 11, and now I am no more in the world, but these are in the world.
God. So the Yahweh Shai is no longer in the world, but he's still here within us.
It says, I come to thee, Holy Father, keep through thy own name those who thou hast given me, that they may be one as we are.
Come, man. So he keep us in his name as Yahweh Shai and the Father are one. So are we, likewise. And that's the great thing about it, because not only has the Lord called us his friends, even though we're serving him, but he's also let us know about everything that he plans to do. See, when it comes to when it comes to a boss and a worker, the boss doesn't always let the worker know what his plans are. The same way with how it works at everybody else's job. Sometimes it could be for the betterment, sometimes it could be for the worse, but always the Lord is always good. You keep going.
Verse 12, while I was with them in the world, I kept them in thy name.
Come on, man. So the Lord kept us in his name while he was in the world, protecting us, keeping us from the evil.
It says, those that thou gavest me, I have kept, and none of them is lost, but the son of perdition, that the scripture might be fulfilled.
Come on, man. So that stuff had to happen in 70 AD, but the Lord said he haven't what was that?
No, that son of perdition right there is talking about Judas Iscariot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, from when he transgressed against and turned on the Lord.
Up the water.
And he was saying the only reason why he did that was because of prophecy.
Right.
Verse 13, and now come I to thee, and these things I speak in the world, that they may have joy, they may have my joy fulfilled in themselves. I have given them the word, and the world hated them, because they are not of the world, even as I am not of the world.
Come on, man. So we're not of the world as Yahweh Shai wasn't of the world. And I also say the world hate us because they hated him. And the Lord also said, man, he kept us in his name, and none of them was lost as now. So as it was back then, it's going to be now, man. The Lord is not going to lose none.
God, no servant is greater than his master, man. So they hated the Lord. They hate us too as well, man. Why? Because we bear that same spirit of the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai within us. That spirit of truth, all right? Galatians 4:16. Am I therefore your enemy because I tell you the truth? So therefore the world cast us out. It's not of theirs, but if we was of them, they would accept us as their own, man. If we're out here talking about a whole bunch of BS, lolly this, lolly that, this, that, and the third section read, goddamn, did it, whatever the case may be, they would accept it, man. You know, they would have open arms, you know, taking it all in. Hey, man, spit some of that junk you was talking. Nah, they don't do that, man. But you got a handful that's willing to hear the words of the Lord, Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai out there, you know.
Verse 15. Verse 15. I pray not that thou shouldest take them out of the world, but thou shouldest keep them from the evil.
So kind, man, and that's a great thing too, because not only is he going to keep us from the evil, but he's going to continuously bless us, right? Because once stuff starts to go down, it's going to be a very, very bad time. But for the Lord to even say that he's going to keep us from the evil, what's that? That's security. That's something that we can't get with Esau. So what's more than that? We got the heavenly powers. It's more of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua than it is of Esau.
Quick and this is Psalms chapter 9, starting at verse 9. It says, the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua also will be a refuge for the oppressed, a refuge in times of trouble. And they that know thy name will put their trust in thee, for thou, Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, has not forsaken them that seek thee. All right, and it differentiates the ones that know and the ones that don't know the name of the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man. Proverbs 18:10, it states that the name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and are safe, man. So what are the wicked going to do? They're not going to do the same thing that the righteous are going to do. Why? Because they're not following the same directions that we're being given out, man. So therefore, they're going to continue to do the things that they've been doing, leaning into their own understanding, which they should not do, man. Once again, that was stated earlier, all right, there's a way that seems right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. So that's why you have to acknowledge the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, in all your ways, and in the times of trouble, you need to call upon him. Seek the Lord while he may be found, man.
This is John chapter 17 and verse 16. It says, they are not of the world, even as I am not of the world. Sanctify them through thy truth. Thy word is truth.
Man, so the Lord's word is true. It's been tried 10 times over, as the Quan brought out earlier, and it's going to continue to keep increasing in us more and more, making it more light unto our path, so we can see through all the gloominess and the scum. Somebody got 2 Ezra 7:7. Any precepts?
2 Esdras.
The book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 10 and verse 4. For whose caused the earth? Salakia, verse 3. But when the unrighteous went away from her in his anger, he perished also in the fury wherewith he murdered his brother. Salakia. This is verse 4. This is Wisdom of Solomon 10 and 4. For whose caused the earth being drowned with the flood, wisdom again preserved it and directed the course of the righteous in a piece of wood of small value. And today, in that similar fashion, we building that spiritual art with the wisdom and knowledge of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. In this verse 5, moreover, the nations in their wicked conspiracy being confounded, right, when this place be destroyed, she found out the righteous and preserved him blameless unto Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, and kept him strong against his tender compassion toward his son. When the ungodly perished, she delivered the righteous man, who fled from the fire which fell down upon the 5 cities, and whose wickedness even to this day, the wasteland that smoketh is a testimony, and plants bearing fruit that never come to ripeness, and a standing pillar of salt is a monument of an unbelieving soul. So just going back to what the brother mentioned in the beginning of the lesson, you know, that sweet smell, those basket of summer fruits, all right, things coming into fruition pertaining to prophecy. So when this place ultimately be destroyed and the sons of God be manifested, all right, yeah, hey, it's gonna be, remember Lot's wife, man. You know, because what's saving the people, what's saving and keeping people into the Lord's sheepfold today is his wisdom. All right, that's what's giving the men, women, and children that mark, that exemption, that mark of the walk.
You can go to verse 10, Babakasha.
This verse 10. When the righteous fled from his brother's wrath, she guided him in right paths, showed him the kingdom of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, and gave him knowledge of holy things, made him rich in his travails.
Verse 9.
This verse 9. But wisdom delivered from pain those that attend unto her.
Hey, but both go hand in hand, man, as the brother was just saying, and also the brother Rakah too saying earlier, man. So that's why you have to attain to the knowledge and wisdom of the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. As it was just stated, wisdom delivered those from pain that attended upon her, man. Not the wisdom of this world, not the wisdom of Esau, whatever the case may be. That's why Isaiah 33:6 says, knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of thy time, man. So what knowledge and wisdom? Knowledge and wisdom of the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man. Hey, seek the Lord while he may be found once again, because guess what? Hey, these ark doors are closing right now, man. You know, so that's why you need to take heed to the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua now, because once this flood of fire come, hey, shit, it ain't no turning back, man. Ain't no, hey, no, I believe not. No, man.
Yeah, precept. Come on. We're gonna run them down.
All right, this is Baruch, chapter 3, verse 14. It says, learn where is wisdom, where is strength, where is understanding, that thou mayest know also where is length of days and life, where is the light of eyes and peace. So, wisdom is the principal thing. As the scriptures talk about, it says to get wisdom, all right? Learn what wisdom is, man, all right, because this is going to guide you on your pathway, on your journey, all right, into righteousness, man. All right, the wisdom of Yahweh Shem Shah is going to guide you into righteousness, man. All right, but any of those who denies or refuses to hear or hearken, all right, they pretty much putting themselves on a dark pathway, man, which is going to keep them away from Yahweh Shem Shah, being alienated, man. All right, so if you want to have that good path, that good journey, all right, where it's full of peace, all right, all right, you got to do the works, man. You got to hearken unto Yahweh Shem Shah, man. All right.
This is Sirach 15 and 17. Before man is life and death, and whether him liketh shall be given him. Whichever you like, you can have whatever you like T.I.
The Lord said He'll give us our desires of our hearts, man. We just gotta, stay steadfast on what He want us to do. You know what I'm saying?
Two-thirds, one death, that's what they're gonna get. Yeah, you get to turn it.
This is Job chapter 34, verse 4. Just to back up what the brother Amawan brought out. It says, let us choose to us judgment. Let us know among ourselves what is good. So choose what? Choose Yahweh Shem Shah. Choose his righteousness. Choose the laws. Choose to be obedient. Choose to live godly. Choose that. Turn unto Yahweh Shem Shah and let us what? Know what is right among us, what is good to us, which is the laws, the statutes, the commandments, the words, the wisdom, the knowledge, and the understanding of Yahweh Shem Shah.
That is Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman to the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word at my mouth to give them warning from me. And this is where our warning comes from. This is where the wisdom comes from, the path that we walk comes from. It comes from Yahweh Shem Shah. And he set us up as watchmen unto his sheep to tell them when they're going off, to tell them the right way to walk, to give them warning from him. But 2/3 of our people don't want to hear the warning. They're a sheep led to a slaughter. And we're telling them to turn back to the Lord, but they don't want to hear that. So when it's time for them to get slaughtered, it's going to be too late to save them because them doors done closed behind them. And Esau done got them ensnared right where he want them. Versus the Lord that moved the sheep that wanted to listen out of the way. They done already arose and departed. They out the way. And it's going to be too late for the 2/3 of our people because they didn't want to take heed to warning when they had the liberty to do so.
Psalms 82 and 5. They know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course. Either one of y'all.
Hey, that's
Cause we in Babylon, everything about this place confused. You got it's just so much confusion. We ain't gonna go down the list. But this foundation is far from solid. The only foundation that's solid that you're gonna find, the path that's gonna lead you to salvation, eternal life, is the path that Yahweh Shem Shah established. Anything else leading you to the slaughterhouse, that is a breach on you ready to fall. It's death, condemnation, wickedness, transgression. It's darkness.
Right, we walking towards the light. They walking towards the dark.
Right. All right. Second Ezra 7. Oh, is that right? Come on.
This is Psalms chapter 119, verse 105. Thy word is a lamp unto my feet.
I got it.
Never mind, go ahead.
You can bring it out again.
All right. Thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my paths. So just like the brother Amawan was saying, not only are we in a dark kingdom, but our paths are dark, and we have to pray to the Lord to keep his knowledge, wisdom, the statutes and commandments as a light unto the path that we're walking.
Okay.
So we can see where we're going.
Okay.
2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 6. For Yahweh Shem Shah, who commanded the light to shine out of darkness, have shined in our hearts. That's going into that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. To give the light of the knowledge of the glory of Yahweh Shem Shah in the face of Slakia. the knowledge of the glory of Yahweh in the face of Yahweh Shah Hamashiach. But we have the treasures in earthly vessels, man. This wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is those treasures, man. You know, that's what's going to lead you to salvation, man. Lead you back to the marriage supper with Yahweh Shah. It says, but we have this treasure in earthly vessels, that the excellency of the power may be of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah and not of us.
That's a great precept too. 'Cause not only is his wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is the treasure, but the Lord has made this light so bright, man. It shines. What was that last part that you read?
Verse 7, 2 Corinthians chapter 4. But we have this treasure in earthly vessels, that the excellency of the power may be of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah and not of us.
Not of us, man. So it's all giving praises and glory to him, because he's the one that did it. And the Lord has said, he's spoken the words, and it has been made manifest time and time again, which is the beautiful part, because that means what? His word is true, and his word is going to come to pass. So he said what, man? He said this is going to be the same time where you're going to hear wars and rumors of wars, right? And this one, you know the signs of the times. And the Lord also told us to look up, because then our redemption draweth nigh, man. So that's the beautiful part about it. You grab that 2 Ezra 7:7.
And also on the earthen vessels, that means can't nobody say that they did anything for us to be able to obtain this salvation or to bear the light, right? Because he was doing it in simple earthly vessels that he put the light in, so nobody will be able to say that they did anything. It all came from Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah.
Proof of that would be like comparing the body of Yahweh Shai to a rainbow.
Sure.
Because how does a rainbow get manifest in this matrix? The same way the light of truth got manifest in the matrix. Creating an arc, creating a bow with many lights, different levels of light, different levels of righteousness. So, yeah.
So all coming from the same place.
Reflecting light, because that's all a rainbow is tiny droplets of rain.
Yeah.
In the shape of a ball, and it reflects light from the inside of the raindrop.
Wow.
From the inside of the raindrop. It reflects light. And then we see it as a beam, or red, or blue, or this. But it's really a bunch of dots.
Yeah, so that's how we look. Yeah.
Good.
I'm blue.
Yeah, just for righteousness, you know?
The 2 Ezra 7:7.
This is 2 Ezra chapter 7, verse 7. It says, the entrance thereof is narrow and is set in a dangerous place to fall. Like as if there were a fire on the right, on the right hand, and on the left a deep water.
God, man. So that's how the Lord set it up. The Lord set up the world even like that, and the Lord has set up this truth like that. If it's like you going through one hallway, or you walking on a tight rope, one side water, other side fire. Now you have to walk that tight rope, man. It's the same exact way.
Well, actually, the world is set up wide.
God.
Like you ain't no, because it's just a wide open, dangerous space. Like so, but the narrow is the path that we chose to walk on, we were chosen to walk on. Because the world before, during the paradise, was wide,
Right.
but the entrance was made narrow through transgression.
Right.
So now we're walking to the path to get to the wide again, back to that paradise.
Yeah,
Right.
because the path of truth is going to expand.
God.
But the world right now is like an open runway, man.
So that's what electric slide is.
So that's what it's referring to earlier up on the verse. That's Con.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I see. Okay, Con. Verse
They
8.
went around circles on that damn path.
Con. I see.
So basically, the angel was explaining to Ezra how, at one point in time, everything was beautified on the earth. It was paradise, right?
Con.
But then, when the knowledge of sin came in, that's what brought in death,
Con.
and made the entrance to this world narrow
Yeah,
to
the
make
action-
it
yeah,
to the
the
next.
Yeah, the knowledge of sin came through the actions.
Con.
Okay, Con. Verse 8.
Verse 8. And one only path between them both, even between the fire and the water.
Right, you can't go up no other way.
Con.
So it's like so small that there could but one man go there at once.
So basically saying that this walk is just a straight path and there's no wavering. Well, it's kind of like two sides of a coin.
And you can't, we can't, even though we bear each other's burdens, we can't walk that path like holding hands side by side. That's why the scripture says, let every man work out his own salvation with fear and trembling. Like, I can't be afraid for him. You know what I'm saying? He has to be afraid for himself too. You know what I'm saying?
This is Psalms 2 and 12. Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only. I said Philippians 2 and 12. Did I read it? I said that, right? All right, Philippians 2 and 12. But now, just in case, man. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But now, much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. That's that.
Okay, come on.
No, go ahead. That's that.
Yeah, that's that. But can not for one man pass at one time. So understanding that. So now, how do you become a leader? By becoming a follower, because there's always somebody that got to the water before you did, and you follow right directly behind them. Because the Lord is God. Ultimately, the Lord is guiding all of our paths. It's just somebody's in front of you. Just how somebody's in front of you, you're in front of somebody else. You know, so that's why we gotta be mindful of our actions while we're walking this path.
Yo, real quick. 1 Corinthians 15 and 22. For as in Adam all die, even so in Yahushua shall all be made alive.
Right. So just how we have to follow behind that transgression of Adam. Now, the second Adam, we follow him all the way to the kingdom.
Check this out, though. This is the point. But every man in his own order.
Right.
Yahushua, don't miss the point. This is you, Rekah. And, Kanat. But every man in his own order. Yahushua, the first fruit, afterwards. They that are Yahushua's at his coming.
Kind of following after that shepherd.
That's that one at a time, yeah.
Okay.
That single file line. I remember being in elementary school, and when we go to recess or go to lunch, we always wanted to be the line leader. I always wanted to be the line leader. Well, Yahushua is the line leader, and this is what we had to do. We had to each put a hand on the person in front of us right shoulder and follow them all the way to outside or to the cafeteria. And that's spiritually what we're doing now. Going down that narrow path that's spoken of in 2 Ezra chapter 7, right? Following behind Yahushua, who is our shepherd, just like how you said.
Okay, precept?
But this is Matthew chapter 7, verse 13. Enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction.
All right, see that wide, because how it was wide in the beginning, we got destroyed because of that. And that destruction is still on the table. This, you know what I'm saying? Just because it was paradise back then, it ain't paradise no more because of the acknowledgement of sin. So we got to enter into the straits in order to make it to the perfect wide where the sin doesn't even dwell anymore.
And many there be which go in thereat, because straight is the gate and narrow is the way which leadeth to life, and few there be that find it. So we gotta walk straight and narrow. We gotta walk the straight that Yahweh sent Yahushua down on this side to establish that straight gate, narrow way, that path of affliction, that tight rope, that righteous path. Because the 2/3 of our people, they want to walk the path where ain't it one size fits all. You know, the darkness. You think you good because you don't feel no oppression, to do right. You're not being held to a standard. But the commandment, being a servant of Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shai, that comes with standards, the law, statutes, commandments to keep, integrity to uphold. You in darkness, you can be whatever you want because can't nobody see your true integrity. Versus when the Lord turned the lights on, you see what you really was versus what you thought you was. You ain't gonna like what you see.
Right. That's why the Lord turns you into a new man. Because that's why he said, don't let thy sins weigh you down. So he once he cuts the lights on, right, he'll let you see what you were. And then you'll be able to see what you're becoming. You see what I'm saying? He don't want you to dwell in the old. Once you realize you've been wicked, like he don't want you to be afraid to the point where you run from him like Adam did. You see what I'm saying? Adam ran from the Lord and put on and covered himself with fig leaves, meaning with the mindset of these other nations. right? Now it's being exposed to us again, right? But we're to run to the Lord because the Lord is showing us that's who you used to be, and this is what I'm making you right now. But in order to get that, you have to walk this narrow path, right? All the way to reach me. I'm calling for you. It's like, remember Marco Polo? This time we don't have to have our eyes closed. Our eyes are open, but he's still calling for us. It's just that the place that we're in is dark.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 20, and verse 33. And it says, "And as I live, said the Lord Yahweh, surely with a mighty hand and with a stretched out arm and with fury poured out will I rule it over you." Because, at that time, our people were sacrificing, their children, causing their children to pass through the fire. And it says, "And I will bring you out from the people and gather you out of the countries wherein ye scattered with a mighty hand and with a stretched out arm and with fury poured out. And I will bring you into the wilderness of the people, and there will I plead with you face to face, like as I pleaded for your fathers in the wilderness of the land of Egypt, so would I plead with you, said the Lord Yahweh, and I will cause you to pass under the rod, and I will bring you into the bond of the covenant." So basically, if you ain't of the Lord's elect, is that written amongst that number, you're not gonna go under that rod. When you even get to that rod, he's gonna cast you out. You're not gonna be able to come into this truth. But he's gonna rule over you with fury, basically.
That right hand, that stretched out arm is Yahushua. So think about it. Yahushua got a lot of work to do. He's gonna bring that fury, and he's gonna bring that mercy and deliverance.
Yeah.
All right.
It calls you to pass under the rod. That's talking. You on it. But that's talking about over there in the wilderness. And Yahweh, if you're not of the elect in that day, and you haven't been taken up into the chariots, when they come back down to this earth, and then you got the people in the wilderness, like them people that sent to Santeria, the migrants, all over the world, they're gonna have a choice right there. They're gonna put out the earth on the spot.
Yeah.
Or they're gonna have to make a choice.
Yeah.
Anybody that won't come to the Lord and serve him, they're gonna slay them before him. So he's gonna cause us to pass under the rod. That means in the Old Testament, the shepherd or the Levites or whoever, they would check the sheep that way. They would cause them to pass under the rod, see if they got any blemishes. So that's what he's gonna do with us in the wilderness. He definitely gonna put the laws in our inward part and make us perfect. Yep. So anybody can be able, they gonna be, "Oh, see, yours,"
It ain't gonna happen.
You call them tattoos or gangbangers. Yeah.
It's EA too.
Yeah, there you go. I'm trying to say, yeah.
We got three precepts on here.
This 2 Corinthians 5:1. "For we know that if our earthly house of this tabernacle were dissolved, we have a building of Yahweh, an house not made with hands, eternal in the heavens. For in this we groan earnestly, desiring to be clothed upon with our house, which is from heaven. If so be that being clothed we shall not be found naked.
Right.
For we that are in this tabernacle do groan, being burdened, not for that we would be unclothed, clothed upon, that mortality might be swallowed up of life."
That's right.
So that's ultimately, like the scriptures say, we gotta seek him as much as we fell away. We gotta seek Yahweh Bashim Yahushua 10 times more. So that's our duty here, being in this flesh. All right, with that grace period, that time that we do have to get right before destruction come, because this flesh ain't gonna make it into the kingdom. This flesh ain't gonna make it into a chariot.
Right. That's why Yahweh said to Ezra, "Thy heart has gone too far into this world to understand the ways of the Most High." A lot of these people, their heart has gone too far into this world, into this matrix. You know what I mean? But so they have forgotten their purpose with their Creator, man. So once you remember that, you'll see that death is not so fearful, so scary. Cause you understand you was on the path anyway. As soon as you were born into your mother's womb, into this matrix, you was on your way back to the Lord. You know what I mean?
Ain't no getting out of it.
Ain't no getting out of it. It's a path. It's a journey. Solitude.
Is it you going back clothed, meaning like full of the knowledge and wisdom of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua? You going back naked, still a damn baby, still a base.
Somebody call a precept down here? Kabosh. There we go.
1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 53. "For what is corruptible must put on incorruption. It is mortal must put on immortality. So when it's corruptible shall put on incorruption, and is mortal shall put on immortality, then shall be brought to pass the saying that is written, Death is swallowed up in victory. Oh, death, where is thy sting? Oh, grave, where is thy victory? And we had the victory in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. So when we put on his spirit, we have the light that's gonna guide us to everlasting life, to righteousness, to be returned to Yahweh in good grace. It's gonna lead us to the things that we need to endure to the end, to be saved. Versus you trying to walk the path of this world in the flesh, that you walking down the path of death, the path of darkness. And that path is gonna lead you to the judgment of death.
Right, and that lines up with the scripture that he brought out. We have clothed with these earthly bodies. We have a body in heaven. That's going in and getting the new bodies. The death lost its sting once we get those new bodies, because guess what? The laws are able to be put in our inward parts, and we won't be troubled with sin any longer, because thus the chains of darkness are being broken. The chains of darkness, which is these sinful bodies, man. Once the acknowledgement of sin came into the world and transgression came into this world, and we became aware of it, and stuff like how Adam he ran from the Lord and put on leaves and fig leaves and things like that, meaning having the mindset of these other nations. But now we have the acknowledgement of sin, all right, and transgression in the world now. So what are we doing? Right, we're putting on the immortal, all right. We're taking away the mortal, putting on immortal, and it starts spiritually first. Right, so now we have these immortal thoughts. We're thinking about everlasting, because this doesn't end. Righteousness doesn't end. Wickedness ends. So now, understanding that, like the elder said, there's no fear of death. We understand this is the journey, and at the end of the journey, if we're chosen, all right, we reap the reward of having those new bodies and never sinning again. Regardless, and if we don't, we're born into the kingdom in the righteous state, so we'll never sin again. So death has ultimately lost its sting when Yahushua was crucified, and an atonement was made for us to be able to return back to Yahweh by Shem Yahushua.
And also that death, where that sting, that's really going to happen once he brings all Israel back. Once he said all Israel shall be saved in the kingdom, once they're born again. Once he completes that process, that's when he's going to say, death, where is that sting? Now what? Yeah. All Israel shall be no more death. All the tears shall be wiped away, meaning all sin.
Yeah, just like in Isaiah, was it 66? Or all that people shall be righteous?
When that happens, it's like,
yeah.
Now what?
Yeah.
18 and 10.
Revelation. Yeah.
You grab your Bible out?
You can read that first.
This is Revelation chapter 18 and verse 10.
So we got to where how start to explain how the Lord has a grape of the cluster to himself, and how the Lord made this walk narrow, and how this world is set as a broad place, but the Lord made this his truth narrow, so only one man at a time can go in. And the Lord also made it to where we have that the light, so where we could see through all the scum and BS that we may go through when it comes to walking through the valley of the shadow of death, which is here. So the Lord has set up. But what did the Lord say? What did he say in Revelations? What did he say? Yo, this is the time. This is the time where the kingdom is here.
This is Revelation 18 and 10. Standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come.
So in 1 hour is thy judgment come. The same city and the same nation that lied, that stole, and that unalived thousands and thousands of Israelites. Millions. Millions upon millions. So at the same time, the Lord is gonna. This is where the Lord is gonna have his victory. This is the victory right here. This is a depiction, and this is the explanation on how the Lord is gonna come back. He said, "Alas, alas, in 1 hour has your judgment come." You keep reading.
That's when. Yeah, everybody gonna see the torment that America's gonna go through. All the hell that they put on not only just Israel but all these other nations. Yeah, they're gonna see it crumble in 1 hour through the missile.
Man. And then that's what everybody will know. Everybody will know that, man, they have been wicked, man. They have been the ones that added sin to sin. The ones that chose the pleasures of this life instead of the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Because they chose to continue to work in something that has no real profit. Just like it says in Matthew 13 and 44, man, You still got that?
This is Matthew chapter 13, verse 44. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto treasure hid in a field.
Come on, man. It's like hid in the field, like this vast field right here. It's like treasure that's hid.
Which when a man hath found, he hideth. And for joy, therefore goeth and selleth all that he hath and buyeth at the field.
Come on, man. And everybody will look at that person crazy because what? They found that little piece of treasure. He hid it. And guess what? He sold all that he had just to get the field. Some people look at that as a bad investment. But to him, to that individual that the Lord showed that treasure to, that's the best investment of all. Because not only does he have an inheritance that lasts forever, for generation to generation, but the Lord has blessed that individual to know. It's the same way now. The Lord has blessed us with the information that we have now, and we publish the same information to other people so they can also have that treasure. So they can sell that all that they have and turn back and repent. And that's the same thing that we do now. Can somebody grab that Revelations 13 and 10?
13 and 10?
Yeah, sure.
I got it. This is Revelation chapter 13 and verse 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
Come on, man. And this is a judgment for Esau.
He that killeth.
No, you get.
Yeah, actually, all them heathens.
Yeah. Come on.
They all had their way with our people.
Lick the wounds.
But the main one is Esau, though.
Revelation 13 and 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with a sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
Come on, man. That's the faith and the patience of the saints. And we was talking about this earlier, Psalms 83. With all the ones that came confederate against us. The same ones, man, the same ones that chose to come up against the children of Israel. Right? Especially on top of these heathens too. So they got a judgment that's coming, and that's what we hope in. We hope to bind these same kings, which are no kings at all, into fetters of chains. Because that's what they did unto us.
This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 8 and verse 50. It says, for many great misery shall be done to them that in the latter times, in the latter times shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. So right, and that goes into 2/3 of our people. You know, they constantly walking in great pride. And where they get it from? They get it from the wicked, from Esau himself. It says, verse 51, but understand thou for thyself and seek out the glory for such as be like thee. All right, the men of Lord, you know, the ones who got to the water before us. You know, we basically learning from them and basically getting this wisdom that was given from on high. And it says, verse 52, for unto you is paradise open, the tree of life is planted, the time to come is prepared, plenteousness is made ready, a city is builded, and rest is allowed, yeah, perfect goodness and wisdom. So right, in order for you to even get to that city that's built, you have to go through that fire and that water. You know, you have to basically keep your eyes on your how about Shema Shai, pray for wisdom, knowledge, understanding, that you be able to even find that pathway. And it says, verse 53, the root of evil is sealed up from you, weakness and the moth is hid from you, and corruption is fled into hell to be forgotten. So right, you know, we're no longer going to dwell in these bodies that's subject to sin. We no longer got to see our people in a lower state, and we will no longer be ruled over by a base man.
And that's a great thing about it too, because now it's hard for us to keep things perfect. We try to the best of our ability. You got a precept?
This is Isaiah chapter 52 and verse 7. How beautiful upon the mountains are the feet of him that bringeth good tidings, that publisheth peace, that bringeth good tidings of good, that publisheth salvation, that saith unto Zion, thy power reigneth. The watchmen shall lift up thy voice with the voice together. Shall they sing, for they shall see eye to eye with the Lord. Yahweh shall bring shall bring again Zion. And I was just bringing this out because, hey, people going back and forth, but they don't see the beauty that's right before them. You know, the children of Israel, the men of Israel, standing boldly, professing who they are and professing the downfall of our enemies. And it says, not only here in all the countries, all over the world. This is all around the world. With the satellite, like the rappers say, you know. But this is all around the world, man. And all that is prophecy as well. It says, that bring good tidings, and that's what we do. We're bringing the good news to the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American, along with the speckled bird that look like the heathen, will follow after the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. We bringing them the good news that's been withheld for so long, man. And they scoff and they scorn it because beauty is in the eyes of the beholder.
Right, that's the point.
You
Beauty
got
is in the eyes of the beholder. Now, let's go to Revelations with John the Revelator. He talked about how beautiful America was, right? And he marveled at that. It's just like this. Let's say you have a plain girl that's covered, right? She kind of cute, but like, you know what I'm saying? But then you have this one girl, she twerking it all on Instagram, everything like that. Your eye kind of catches her more than the subtle girl, right? And it's the type of beauty that people desire on this side, right? They don't see this path as beautiful, right? Because they don't understand true beauty. That's why beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So it might look beautiful to me, but it's looking ugly to them because they don't have that. They don't have the eye sound to be able to see the beauty that's within this path, right? Their beauty comes from riches, right? But they don't understand riches, right? Riches come from having tangible things. That's why gold and silver is real money, not paper monopoly money that you can make on a printing press. You got to hunt and search for gold, just like you got to hunt and search for this truth. See, they don't understand what true wisdom or what true beauty really is. That's why that beauty is in the eyes of the beholder is an understatement, because what we perceive as being beautiful, what we perceive as being ugly, right, is beautiful to them.
Yeah. I mean, your brain your mind and your spirit got to be wired that way. You know, just like our eyes are fixed to see certain colors. You know, see certain things different ways.
Some people have red and blue deficiency.
Yeah.
You know, but this, like the bishop saying, this will be expensive taste.
There you
know,
go.
going back to the scripture, man, if you was to taste it, right?
Right. Look at Ezekiel chapter 27 said, "Thou arisest in Daniel, thou art the most beautiful of all the beasts of the field." Right? Talking about how Esau risen up. You feel what I'm saying? So now to this world, to a worldly fashion, even John the Revelator, like I said before, marveled at the beauty of this harlot, for lack of better words, right? But now, what about chapter 12, the woman crowned with 12 stars in Revelations? How beautiful is she? The same woman that Ezra seen sitting by the river. How beautiful is she? She was in a state of mourning. So when somebody's in a state of mourning, you know how Jake look when they cry. You know, but so now that's how you got to understand what the true beauty is.
I gotta appreciate that. This is the book of Isaiah 5 and 20. It says, "Woe to them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter." So everything is kind of like ass backwards, because not only do they call the good bad, they look at the good and see it as bad, but they look at the bad and call it good. It's the same way what Kanat was just bringing out. So it's the same way, man. They look at the scriptures, they look at the things of the scriptures, and they look at us today. They be like, man, who is these raggedy men on the corner? But not knowing that we had the most beautiful thing of all, the treasures that came from way before then. That was before us in this time. Appreciate it.
Just to back up the point of this truth being beautiful, and we have a beautiful gift. This is 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 7. It says, "Unto you, therefore, which believe, he is precious." So unto us which believe in Yahweh Yahushua, the Lord is precious unto us. He's beautiful unto us. But unto them which be disobedient, the stone which the builders disallowed is the same as made the head of the corner. So to other people, this truth is nothing to them. It's ugly to them. It's not beautiful to them. But to us that believe, this truth is beautiful, and the one that we look at as beautiful also has been made the head of the corner, even though he was refused by the builders, i.e. the world.
And the wicked Pharisees and Sadducees, because they were trying to build another way.
I got interjection. Psalm chapter 91, verse 1. He that dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. You know, we know how beautiful he is, his wisdom, his mercy, his righteousness, and also his protection that we need. This world is nothing but darkness, hatred, and deceitful. You know, it's not even our world, it's our hell anyway to begin with. So we go back to the secret place in the name of Yahweh Shin Yahweh Shai, because he's calling us anyway.
All right. So the righteous have eyes to see it, and they know the beauty of our King Yahweh Shai and righteousness. 1 Corinthians 12:3. Wherefore I give you to understand that no man speaking by the Spirit of Yahweh calleth Yahweh Shai accursed, and that no man can say that Yahweh Shai is the Lord but by the Holy Spirit. So the Spirit got to be dealing with you. You know, other than that, they're accursed people that will call Yahweh Shai accursed. You know, so if you speaking by the Spirit, you're gonna give praise and honor to Yahweh Shai for his true beauty, which is righteousness, and the beautiful work that he's done, and his handiwork and giving his life for us.
Right, and just like what is it, Isaiah 53 or 53, I think it was, where it says, who shall believe our report? But he said when he came unto his people, there was no comeliness that they saw in him. So when Yahweh Shai when he showed up riding on a donkey, they didn't see no beauty in him.
But the ones that was waiting for him.
The ones that was waiting for him.
They the ones that laid sheaves down on the ground in front of him.
God.
You know, they laid sheaves down on the ground in front of him, and that's what we doing. They prepared a pathway for him. And we're doing the same thing in the same spirit of John the Baptist.
God.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's right.
Appreciate it.
Bless him.
This is Matthew chapter 6, verse 19. Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rest do corrupt, where thieves break through and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rest do corrupt, where thieves do not break through nor steal. So we need to have eyes to see and ears to understand the value of the wisdom and the understanding of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Because the 2/3 of our people, they can only see and hear carnally. So they see us bearing our cross. They don't want no parts of that because they don't see the spiritual end of that. Versus, we see the salvation coming. We see the prophecies playing out. We understand that the only way to be saved from these things to come is by walking that straight, gate, narrow way. And you have to value that. Because you can have the eyes, see, ears, and hear and don't value that and still partake in it. Just because you know don't mean you got to know and show. You got to have faith there and works. So you got to truly value the things of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai to walk that walk, because that cross get heavy. And if you're not valuing, like if you have more, you value the things of this world, which are temporary, corrupted, polluted, will destroy your mind more than the things of the Lord, which will lead you all the way to salvation, then you're not worthy of him. And that's what it all comes down to. What do you truly value?
I'm one. You still got one?
But I got one. This Psalms 149 and 2. It says, let Israel rejoice in him that made him. Let the children of Zion be joyful in their king, Yahweh Shai. Let them praise his name in the dance. Let them sing praises unto him with the temple and harp. For the Lord Yahweh taketh pleasure in his people. It says he will beautify the meek with salvation. And that's the point. You know what I'm saying? The Lord's going to beautify the meek. All right? Who is the meek? The meek is the lowly. The lowly is what? The 1/3 of the Lord's people, even the 144,000. That's waiting patiently and suffering, all right, for the coming of the Lord, all right? So it says what? He's going to beautify the meek. So he's going to beautify us, right? What, through knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, through our paths in life, all right? He said he's going to make us perfect, man. So we got to go through this trial, all right, for the Lord to, you know, perfect us, to pull all those impurities out of our spirits, out of our bodies. You know what I'm saying? So again, the Lord said he's gonna beautify us, man. All right. So what? The meek shall inherit the kingdom. The meek shall inherit the kingdom, not the proud. All right, not the proudful, not the whoremongers. You know what I'm saying? But the meek, the lowly, the ones who's at a lower state, man. You know what I'm saying? But the ones who's at a lower state, but has the real true riches. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the meek goes up against the humble.
Psalm chapter 145, verse 20. This interjection. Yahweh preserve all them that love him, but all the wicked will he destroy. You know, 2/3 of our people love this world. They love darkness. Well, they're going to be destroyed along with the Edomites.
This is Matthew 18 and 3. and said, Verily I say unto you, except ye be converted and become as little children, you should not enter into the kingdom of heaven. So the 2/3 of our people, they don't want to convert from darkness to light. They want to stay in the darkness. They don't want to walk the path of righteousness. They don't walk the path of wickedness. So they don't want to be healed. They don't want no dealings with Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. So they go get judged. They go get a portion of Esau's judgment, because that's all there is for them: death, judgment, destruction. Versus those who do convert and become as little children, they're going to hearken into the things of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. He's going to heal them. He's going to deal with them, give them everything they need on their journey down that path of righteousness.
Reset. All right, come on. You good? You got one?
Yeah, I got one.
Come on.
All right, yeah. 2/3 of our people like to be in the dark, right? But there's a separation. That's why Lord, he said, think not that I come to bring peace on earth, but I come to bring a sword. Yeah, he's gonna bring judgment, but he's strategically dividing those that are his, separating those that are his from those that are not, that are meant to be destroyed. Right? This is 1 Thessalonians 5:4. It says, but ye brethren are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief. Because 2/3 of our people in the rest of these nations, the coming of the Lord, gonna sneak up on them. They're gonna be caught with their pants down, looking crazy. Right? It says, verse 5, it says, ye are all children of the light. Ain't that beautiful? It says, and the children of the day, we are not of the night nor of darkness. That's why we don't fit in this place, because this is the darkness. This is dark time. When Paul said the night is far spent, now it's time for the day to arise, right? So we can see, you know how you can wake up and you can tell it's like 4 or 5 in the morning because the sky starts to look different. That's how you see the universe changing right now, and people are changing right along with it. Right? So that's why we have to gird our minds, right, with these scriptures, man, because hell is going to be brought on earth. But guess what? Even though like the wickedness is going to increase, the persecution is going to increase, so is our light. Our light going to increase also.
James 1:17, every good gift and every perfect gift is from above, and cometh down from the Father of lights, with whom is no variableness, neither shadow of turning.
So basically, so now, and that's gonna show his strength when that power comes from above. When we start increasing more and more wisdom, right? That light is gonna increase more and more. And it's gonna be shown where it's coming from.
Right, we gotta match his light. You know, we gotta match his light. We gotta reflect his light. Not like you were saying, 2/3 and also humanity, they change more than the damn street light.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But the ones that are in the Lord change not, and that light increases. You know, as their faith increases in Him, that spirit that's within us increases also.
Yeah, it said, woe to them that are given the change.
Yeah, so because that's gonna, they're giving a chance, so you ain't gonna never stand on any foundation. You're just gonna be like just taking how the ocean just take you in the rip current and take you. You might end up in St. Augustine somewhere. Yeah, you know. I recall you look like you had
going about with every wind of doctrine.
Every wind of doctrine. That ain't just talking about like this IUIC or the church. That's any type of philosophy that could cause you to have a mindset in a certain way outside of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.
Going straight off the path.
Going straight off the path, huh?
Precept. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 33, verse 5. It says, the heart of the foolish is like a cartwheel, and his thoughts are like a rolling axle tree. So they don't have no solid foundation. That's why Isaiah 33:6, once again, knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of that time, man. You're not going to be going here and there with every wind of doctrine. You're going to be solidified in the doctrine and the foundation of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man. Ain't no man should want their mate. So we're not going to be looking here and looking there, all right, for answers or whatever the case may be. Why? Because we're solid on the foundation of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man. So, as these things come upon the earth, man, we're going to be solid. Why? Because the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai says He's going to fight for us. That's why we got to fight for Him. Sirach chapter 4, verse 28. Strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee. So long as we're fighting for Him, He's going to fight for us, man. You know.
All right. So now, man. Okay. Knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of that time and strength of salvation, right? So check this out. There's certain people that know some of the things that we know, like doomsday preppers. The elders mentioned that last week, right? There's certain people that know about the Mach B and the Micro C hip, know about the nuclear destruction that's gonna come to this place, because you can see it, right? But they don't know how to prepare for it. They're stockpiling food. They're building bunkers, right? And what are we doing? We're building our faith in Yahweh by Shem Yahushua, because we understand and know that's the only deliverance out of what's to come. Because we understand he's the one bringing it.
Go on, precept. And by us having that knowledge and wisdom of the Lord Yahweh by Shem Yahushua, that's what makes us different from those doomsday preppers. Because guess what, man? By you stockpiling up on all this food, this, that, and the third, scripture, the Lord is telling us what happens once you do that, man. Hey, it's going to be a lack of food out here, and your neighbors are going to have no pity upon you. He's going to come in and get that for the lack of bread, man. It's talked about in 2 Esdras 15 and 19. It's like,
Right.
you still got a second.
Oh no. You got. Go ahead, bring it up. It says
Oh no, I appreciate it.
This is just to back up what the Akim was saying. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 7, and verse 26. It says, "And everyone that heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them not shall be likened unto a foolish man which built his house upon the sand. And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew, and beat upon that house, and it fell, and great was the fall of it." And this house, that house that it's talking about, is the society, the doctrines, okay, and Babylon the Great as a whole, okay. It's about to have a great fall, because a lot of these doomsday preppers, the 2/3, okay, the heathen, they might have heard these things, and they might be preparing in a carnal manner, but they're not hearing these words and doing them, okay.
Right.
What's up?
This is Romans chapter 8, verse 28. And we know that all things work together for good to them that love Yahweh, to them who are called according to his purpose. For whom he did foreknow, he also did predestinate to be conformed to the image of his son, that he might be the firstborn amongst many brethren. So it says in the beginning, all good things. It says all things work for the good to them that know and love the Lord. So if you take heed to his warnings and you walk that path that he told you to walk, you take heed to his instruction, do what's commanded of you, you're going to be a good case. You ain't got to worry about stacking your food up, none of that. The Lord know we need food. He know everything we need, and he going to provide it for us. Whether the 2/3 of our people, they don't have that faith that the Lord going to provide, because they don't trust it in this society. And that's where all their faith and hope and their works was.
And
They're
it's all,
wearing themselves.
it's like, no, it's all about a mindset too, because guess what? Esau has put it in our mind that we have to eat 3 times a day, every day, right? Okay, so the Lord, yeah, he'll provide us food, but what if we ain't even hungry? Right? You know what I'm saying? What if, because our mind has been trained to think that we need that abundance of food. But what happens when we really start resting in the Lord? We ain't gonna be thinking about that kind of stuff, and we're gonna get exactly what we need to survive, and we're gonna be full. You know. See, Esau teaches the ways of overdoing stuff. You know, everybody knows intermediate fasting helps purify the body. So, but the Lord Esau wants us to continue to put impurities in our body, so to weaken the body, and it also weakens the mind. So, by the Lord changing our mindset, man, listen. I'm not saying it's going to be a cakewalk, but it's going to be displayed how great our faith was that he instilled in us.
Having that faith in Yahweh by Shem Yahushua makes the hard path a bit softer.
Because he's that cushion.
Hey, we gonna be in the image of Yahweh Shai. So when Yahweh looks down and he's judging this place, I ain't gonna touch him. Make sure he good, as a matter of fact. But get him, destroy him, like a fire. Yeah, that's what it's gonna be. The Lord gonna literally be judging. Save him, destroy him. And there's no respect to a person. The Lord don't care who you is, what you out here doing, if you're not called according to his purpose.
The comfort.
And also, if he called you to his purpose and you effing off, he'll get rid of you too. The Lord is no respecter of persons.
Second Esdras.
It's the book of 2 Esdras, chapter 2 and verse 37. It says, "Oh, receive the gift that is given you, and be glad, giving thanks unto him that have called you to heavenly kingdom."
God, to his heavenly kingdom. So not only have we give thanks to the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua continuously, for not only blessing us with this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, but for even for the salvation to come.
Verse 38, arise up and stand. Behold, the number of those that be sealed in the feast of the Lord.
Come on, man. So the elect, in the feast of the Lord. So it's going to be a great feast, man.
Verse 39, which are departed from the shadow of the world and have received the glorious garments of the Lord.
Come on, man. So these new bodies. And we're going to be clothed in these new bodies, and we're going to have the righteousness, man. So we're going to, man, and that's a beautiful thing, too. Because not only has the Lord promised us immortality, but he's going to put away the mortal, and he's going to give us immortality to where we sin no more. And we're going to be continuously righteous from that point on.
Right, and the feast is happening right now. We eating. We consuming the road. Yep. This is the bread, the water, the milk, the oil, the wine. You know?
Water.
The corn. Precept, back you up. Revelation 19 and 8. And to her was granted. See, her is who? The 144,000 and the 1/3. That's the elect. The number that he's waiting for. To her was granted that she should be arrayed in fine linen. See, it's granted that we have access to be the first fruits to get the new bodies. Clean and white. Perfect, man. Being perfect in the sight of the Most High, man. That's the goal. For the fine linen is the righteousness of the saints.
Man. So the righteousness of the saints. So this is what the Lord has promised us.
Yeah.
This is the Lord said. This is what He said He was going to do. That's the beautiful. That's the beauty part about it.
Verse 40. Take thy number, O Zion, and shut up those of Zion that are clothed in white, which are fulfilled the law of the Lord.
Right. Shut up those, meaning seal them. That's Revelation 7. We ain't got to get it, but you know.
Verse 41. The number of thy children whom thou longest for is fulfilled.
Right. What did he promise to Yahushua? He said, what? Thou shalt have the dew of thy youth. You know, he promised them that. The dew of the youth represents at the beginning of his kingdom. At that time, you're gonna have the dew on earth waiting for you. Meaning the elect gonna be here. That number you've been longing for. You know, just like the dew appears in the morning out of nowhere. You know. But it took a process to get it there, though.
It says, beseech the power of the Lord, that thy people, which have been called from the beginning, may be hallowed.
Right, you gotta be called from the beginning. You can't just try to find a way up the side through the damn side window. You gotta be called from the beginning. And the Lord always been calling Israel back to him. And you gotta be up the elect to be called in the end.
It says, I, Edrin, saw upon the Mount Sion a great people whom I could not number, as they are praised, as they all praised the Lord with songs. And in the midst of them was a young man of a high stature, taller than all the rest, and upon every one of their heads he set crowns.
God, man. So this is describing Yahushua, meaning what the taller than all the rest, right? Of high stature, and he's putting crowns on the ones that sighed and cried, and that he delivered. The elect.
And it says, and was more exalted, which I marvel at greatly.
God, man, so he was more exalted, right? And you keep going.
It says, verse 44, so I asked the angel and said, sir, what are these? He answered and said unto me, these be they that have put off the mortal clothing and put on the immortal, and have confessed the name of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua. Now are they crowned and received songs.
God, man, so that, and then
palms
and they was received palms. So, and it's also a scripture in Revelations where it said we're going to cast our crowns upon to him. And I think, is it in the same one?
These be they that have put off the mortal clothing and have put on the immortal.
Yep.
But it's still one in Revelation.
Yeah, I think it's
Revelations 4
or 5.
Revelation 4 or 5. God, I think so. But God, man. So it said he had put crowns upon our heads. But we're gonna give the crowns to him because he deserves all the glory. He's the one that did it, man. He's the one that's the beginning and he's the end. He's the one that it was written of him. So he deserves it, man. He delivered us, the great deliverer, coming back with his white chariot, his big glorious chariot, and coming to fray these devils. In the process of him destroying, it's also in the process of him delivering. and also gathering all the crowns of the nations, man, going through every hill and every government and slaying them.
Verse 46, then said I unto the angel, what young person is it that crowded them and giveth them palms in their hand? So he answered and said unto me, it is the son of Yahweh, whom they have confessed in the world. Then began I greatly to command them that stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord.
Come on, man, that's the greatest victory, because imagine being subscribed to the one that confessed the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua in this dark and shallow and disgusting place.
You're gonna see the first being ever created.
Come on. Like what greatest accomplishment is that? Some people like to glory in all these trophies and being the greatest basketball player of all time and all that, greatest rapper, but imagine saying, man, the first being of all time that created everything saved us.
What was that on the X-Men? When the first X-Men showed?
Oh, Apocalypse.
Oh yeah.
And they were scared of him too. The first X-Men they ever created or something like that.
In that movie, they showed
First
like
mutant, I mean, my bad. First mutant, yeah.
Come on, man.
in that movie they showed like how he was about to denuclearize the earth. He had with his mind.
Yeah.
He took a picture. He basically controlled all the people that turned them keys.
Hey,
And
Con.
they started turning them keys, and them missiles started shooting off.
Yeah, that was that one, right? Same one.
He called it they superpowers. He say no more superpowers. The next thing you know, you seen every single missile ICBM go up in the into space, man. But hey, technically that's how it's gonna be. But what goes up must come down. They ain't gonna go up there and stay, man. Those 200 million coming back down, man. They're gonna be bathed in heaven. They're gonna have the spirit of the Lord on them, man.
Man.
You got a destination.
Somebody got that,
A final destination.
Yeah, we're gonna get to meet the top angel.
right?
You know?
Somebody got that.
You're gonna tell us everything. You know, you go to your friend's house or somebody, your cousin's house you ain't seen. You're like, let me show you around the house, man. Let me show you this. He gonna show us everything, man. He gonna show us the universe. Show us stuff we've been missing, man.
Con. Hey, Con. You ain't gonna believe what Esau did.
Like, this is my father's house. Look, let me show you this.
Stop.
It talks about it's the same one that lines up with Revelation, the second Ezra, where it's talking about his crowns.
144.
Yeah, it was
Revelation
talking about,
14. Revelation 14.
Yeah,
Oh, you found it? You're still looking for that?
14 and what?
Are you talking about Revelation 4 with the crowns?
yeah, it's talking about bearing the crowns.
Yeah, I got an interjection.
Con.
Malachi chapter 4, verse 1.
410.
For behold, the day comes that shall burn as an oven, and all proud, yea, all that do wickedly shall be stubble, and the day that comes shall burn them up, said Yahweh of hosts, of army, that it shall leave them neither root nor branches. So those missiles that they're talking about, Russia, China, and the other countries, when that time comes, World War III, the shutdown, yeah, this place gonna go bye-bye.
Revelation 4 and 10.
It's the book of Revelations, chapter 4 and verse 10. It says, the 24 elders fall down before him that sat on the throne and worship him that liveth forever and ever, and cast their crowns before the throne, saying, thou art worthy, O Lord, to receive glory and honor and power, for thou hast created all things, and for thy pleasure they are and were created.
Man. So that 420 elders, meaning the royalty of Israel, meaning the elect, and they're gonna give those same crowns, and they're gonna give it to Yahweh Shah, saying, man, he's the one that's worthy, because he's the one that did it. He's the one that laid out the foundation. He's the one that came and been that accursed thing for us to even be reconciled to Yahweh. Like Kabash brought out earlier, for us to be reconciled back to Yahweh, and for everyone that does wickedly against the children, against his elect, may have a judgment for it. And this is the Lord, thus saith the Lord. The Lord set this up, man. And we're gonna have that same stamp saying, hey, man, we saw the first being created. And we're gonna have access to him.
Yeah, we're gonna get that same treatment too. The Most High gonna have all these nations cast their crowns before us. You know, we call that standing in the way of something else. You know, they're really trying to give it to the Most High, casting the crowns. But Yahweh Shai is the receiver of that. But then in the kingdom, when they're trying to give the crowns to Yahweh Shai, we're gonna be you can give it to him.
Like Solomon's doorman.
Yeah.
You know, when Sheba came to Solomon, she thought Solomon was the doorman.
The doorman. Come on, bro. Like, yeah, that's it. You know?
And you was talking about that trickle down effect. Like the more Yahweh get exalted, the more we get exalted through that. Yeah, trickle down effect.
That's right. That's right, because we're a body. So if the head goes up, the feet gonna go up too.
John.
You know, so that's what Paul wanted to be. He said he just wanted to be a doorman in the kingdom. That would be a blessing. All right, y'all got it back. You can take it up. Yeah.
John. So, any more precepts?
I got one.
Y'all just jump right.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 22, going to all the way down to 23. For he that is called in the Lord, being a servant, is the Lord's free man. Likewise also he that is called being free is Hamashiach's servant. Ye are bought with a price. Be not ye the servants of men. So I'm just going into that, man, because the Lord bought us, man. He the one who went through the major sacrifice for us to be brought back to him, man. Be brought back to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua.
MOTB.
God.
MOTB. Be not the servants of men. God. I paid for you already. Don't do it. Don't do it.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 133 and verse 1. It says, behold, how good, how pleasant is it for brethren to dwell together in unity. It is like the precious ointment upon the head that ran down upon the beard, even Aaron's beard, that went down to the skirts of his garment, as the dew of Hermon, and as the dew that is seated upon the mountain of Zion. For there the Lord commandeth the blessings, even forevermore. So,
because of the head, the whole body anointed.
come on.
Man. Go ahead, you got it, man. Jeez.
Oh, no. Straight to the point.
That's
you know?
it, yeah. Woo.
This is Jeremiah, chapter 29, verse 11. For I know the thoughts that I think towards you, saith Yahweh, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end. Because that light of Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, is a lamp unto our feet and light unto our path. As long as we keep our eyes single on him, we'll stay focused on that salvation. And he only have good thoughts towards us, not of evil. So we just have to strive righteously. Is that evil? Because the 2/3 of our people, they're striving contrary to him. The Lord having evil thoughts towards them. He think about how he finna judge them. Like the Jacob's trouble, all that, that's for them to be judged. And for his name to be exalted, made manifest. And for his to be his servants to be made known. But they don't have an expected end because they're in darkness. Their eyes are on the things of this world. They're focused on carnality, all the jive, all the traps and snares of this place. So they won't be able to know what they're working towards until they right there up on it.
John, man. And any more precepts?
I got one. This Hebrews chapter 11 and verse 6. But without faith it is impossible to please him, for he that cometh to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. So again, it's like the people, they caught up into things that really don't matter. So when the Lord, that expected end is written, all right, it's written in the volume of the book, but our people don't seek out and read, all right, they don't want to learn of the Lord, all right, so it go over their head. They sleep to what's being presented to them, salvation.
All right, what they say, the road to hell is paved with good intentions?
Yeah.
But the path to life is going to deal with a lot of persecution.
And the believing in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is you got to have the spirit to do so, man.
Right.
I appreciate it. It's book of Romans, chapter 8, verse 24, just to back up what the Hakim was saying. For we are saved by hope, but hope that is seen is not hope. For what a man seeth, why doth he yet hope for? But if we hope for that we see not, then do we with patience wait for it. And that's why we have the patience, because we can't see it in the physical sense, but we know through faith that it exists, and through these scriptures, all right, through the Holy Spirit. So we have that hope of salvation, but the 2/3 of the heathen,
They have no hope. They can't see it.
That's why you shouldn't believe anything you see with your eyes. Because everything you see with your physical eyes is a trap.
Matthew 15:8. These people draw nigh to me with their mouth. They honor me with their lips, but their heart is far from me. But in vain do they worship me, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men. So even if they out here talk about they love the Lord, this, that, and the third, all that, they lying. Because their mindset isn't on the Lord. They be walking righteous if they love the Lord how they say they do. They wouldn't be partaking in the worldly things, the carnalities of this world, the darkness that they do if they truly love the Lord. Their heart is far from the Lord. Because they're teaching after the doctrines of men, the commandments of men, the lust of man's flesh, not the spirit of the Lord. They're not lusting after wisdom, not the understanding. They want cars, money, jobs. They want their face card to be exalted. They don't want y'all by Shemel Shah to be exalted. That's what it all comes down to.
Any more?
This is Isaiah 56:1. It says, "Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, keep ye judgment and do justice, for my salvation is near to come, and my righteousness to be revealed." So the Lord basically saying, stay on the straight and narrow. Do justice, do what's right, obey him, follow him, listen to his words. For his salvation is near to come. And the Lord's salvation is near to come, and his righteousness is soon to be revealed. As a matter of fact, his righteousness is being revealed now through his men. The Lord is soon to come back. Running out of time.
What you waiting for?
Scary movie. I got one going back to the title of the lesson. This is Galatians 5:16. This I say then, walk in the spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh, man. Just going back to the title of the lesson, man. As long as you keeping the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh Shemel Shah and your La'ah, man, and concentrating on that, you won't fulfill the lust of the flesh, man. You know, the flesh and the spirit is contrary to each other.
And flesh has a lot to do with your eyes.
Hey, yeah, I was about to say, going back to what the bishop said, man. If you can see it, don't trust it, don't believe it, man. Hey, come on, man.
And hear it.
And here, yes.
That's all lust of the flesh, lust of the eyes.
Come on, Job 9:24. The earth is given to the hands of the wicked, man. So everything you see around you is the imagination of the wicked. Don't get caught up in the rat race, man. Stay focused on that spiritual path. Back towards the kingdom, man. Back to the kingdom, not towards. It's going to take you directly to the kingdom, man.
Yeah, and it also deals with emotion. There's going to be a lot of death soon, and as people get pulled into their emotions with the loss of family members and friends, we shouldn't really fall into that sunken place. We should because it's all there. You're gonna have the emotions. You're gonna have the thoughts. But also the truth is there. And it's just like a basket of currencies. You know what happens when a greater currency enters a basket of currency? Over time, it begins to take over. So we got to meditate on what the Lord tells us about life and about the promise of the kingdom. About when Stephen, when he passed. What did he see? He saw Yahweh Shah on the right hand of the Father. Things like that. That's the mindset we should be in. So also dealing with that, man, just anything of this world, removed from us mortal thoughts that lead to death, and confusion. So, not just lust, but also philosophy, lies, doubt, doubt. Because this world gonna want us to doubt that we're men of the Lord. They don't even believe the Lord exists, but then they want to doubt that we even men of the Lord. They're like, jeez. It's a whole basket of stuff we got to fight against and resist. But then when you resist, but then when you resist these things, you got to learn to forgive yourself. You can't resist it and then carry it with you. You got to resist it, whatever it could be. And once you resist it, you got to acknowledge that you did it. You got to acknowledge that you that the Lord did deliver you. And be a champion.
Revelation chapter 1 verse 3. Blessed is he that read, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, For the time is at hand. You know, things are getting worse out here in this wicked kingdom. Things are moving faster, if you notice, by any chance. And the second shutdown is only a matter of time. And like the elder said, we gotta, you know, in the name of Yahweh Shai, control our feelings, our emotions. But we're gonna be seeing people dropping dead left and right.
All right, man. Great point. And any more precepts?
Hey, since we're on the death note, this is Second Maccabees chapter 7. I'm gonna start at verse 22. This is the mother dealing with her 5 sons, if I'm not mistaken, 5. It says, I cannot tell you. Come on, 7. The water. It says, Second Maccabees chapter 7, start at verse 22. I cannot tell you how you came into my womb, for I neither gave you breath nor life, neither was it I that formed the members of every one of you.
Right, some idiot in the past, what's his name, La'ah Awar? The old Mississippi cat, he tried to use that and say, yeah, right, you don't know about the creation of life. Our people didn't know that. No, she's just saying, yo, this blows my mind that the Most High created you in the womb. But she's explaining the parts of the body in the womb. So she knew about it.
Hey, verse 23 of 2 Maccabees 7. It says, but doubtless the creator of the world, who formed the generation of man and found out the beginning of all things, will also of his own mercy give you breath and life again, as you now regard not your own selves for his law's sake. So come, man, self-explanatory, man. Once again, strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for you. So, hey, if death is presented unto us, what do we have to worry about, man? You know, don't fear him that can kill the body in hell. Fear him that can kill the body and soul in hell. And that's the Lord, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai. Whatever Esau, Moab, Esau 2.0, Vladimir Putin, them, whatever they have to offer to us, man, if they present us with death, hey, that just makes us closer to the Lord. We'll be back, you know.
I'll be back.
Any more precepts down here?
I got a precept.
Nah.
This is Jeremiah 13 and 16. It says, give glory to the Lord your God before he caused darkness, and before your feet stumble upon the dark mountains. And while ye look for light, he turned it into the shadow of death and make it gross darkness. And I was bringing this up because it's important that we got to seek Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, all right, because the time is at hand, the kingdom is at hand, all right, destruction is at hand. So we got to seek Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai 10 times more, seeking deeply, all right, seeking to know more who you are, to know who your power is, all right, because hey, all hell's getting ready to break loose, man. And if you're not right with Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, when he come upon this earth, that darkness is gonna catch you, all right. You're gonna be caught up in those groping at the walls, all right, in the dark, and not knowing where to turn. But the time is now for you to turn to get right, so you can be at peace and not be in the troubled time, man. Because Jacob's trouble is here, man.
Right. That goes along with like fear not those that can kill the body, but fear those that can kill the body and soul in hell. That's what we say. Like, hold on to that light, for he turned that light that you got in your mind into darkness. He has the power to do all that. So follow his lead.
And that darkness that he's gonna bring upon them represent destruction. He said they meet with darkness as in the daytime. So that's a destiny for the Esau, the wicked. So when they at the climax of their new world order, they're gonna run into darkness, destruction. So the same thing for 2/3. He's saying, yo, get on the right path before that light you think you chasing, you're gonna realize, get up close to it, and you're gonna realize, yeah, it's the oven. You know what I'm saying?
It takes the light. It's the flash of a nuke. Oh, wait a minute.
It's running in the wrong direction, man. Too late.
There is a light inside the oven.
It is.
Like the strength of Pharaoh and the shadow of Egypt gonna be their shame and their confusion. They go, the closer they get to the 2/3, the closer they get to their destruction, it's gonna get to smelling good, like they in the kitchen. And all that, they'll know that all that's prepared for them to be of the slaughter. And that's why we can't be led of our carnal eyes. Because Esau used that against us to manipulate us to do what he wants us to do. And he's gonna manipulate the 2/3 of our people to take part in his new world order. And that's gonna be the ultimate condemnation of the 2/3 of our people. That they done took hand in Esau's oppression of our people.
Right. What's the shadow of Egypt is death.
Yeah.
The valley of the shadow of death.
Yeah, that's crazy. He said they're gonna get the smelling good and everything. They're gonna realize it's them cooking. They gonna smell like Bugs Bunny when he was taking the bath in the pot, and Devil Boy was steady cutting up the carrots and stuff, putting it in the pot for him. He didn't even realize it smelled good.
He was
What's
in the
that?
baby.
Oh shit!
Like Bugs Bunny.
Hey, dog. That's crazy. That's like exactly how it's gonna happen.
Any more preset? No. All right. Well, that concludes the lesson. I hope it was edifying to those out there, to the men, women, and children that's watching us throughout the four corners of the earth. Shalom. And we're gonna close it out, giving all praises and glory to the Father and the Son in their proper true names. Call, Eliam, La, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ha, Rakah, Quadash, Ma'amath. Double honors to the elder and apostles of GMS, and honor to the elder of the Lion State Capital Hall 1. And shalom to you brothers and sisters. Pushing the city. Shalom.
DTA.
Keep pushing.
Hey, I'm